Hey guys, if you can't tell, I'm already pretty tired. My hair has reacted with all of the molecules in the air and now is super frizzy. So I got alpha helices that are probably polar and react with the water that's in the air, which is also polar, creating bigger volume. Um, anyway, it was okay, and then it went terrible, and it's okay with backup. So here's the main lesson to learn today. You should always have a backup and backup plan. Okay, backup plan for schoolwork, and like always do your schoolwork. Not like don't even think about saying like, oh, I'll just wait until tonight to do it. It's not due until 11:59 p.m. or I'm gonna wait until Friday since it's not due until, excuse me, I just ate that free pizza that I showed you guys in my last video. I'm not I'm just gonna wait until the, I don't know, the 15th to do it because it's due on the 17th. No, no, no. You need to do it now because you don't know when your things are going to crash. You don't know when you're going to have deadlines. You don't know when there's going to be a family emergency. So do all your work ahead of time, and that way you won't have any trouble that you're going to run into, because even if you have a legitimate excuse, or even if you feign a legitimate excuse, you're still gonna have a lot of trouble, catching up with work. And I've been there. I've feigned excuses before, and I've had legitimate excuses before. So, just take it from my advice, from my personal experience. So this is what happens today. Okay, so tonight there was online homework due for physics, which I had not started over the weekend. It was only 4 problems, so it wasn't that bad. Um, and then I had a quiz today in thermodynamics, um, which I did not do well on. I used the wrong formula. I overthought it way too much. If you don't need to use ideal gas law, then don't use the ideal gas law. Just hear that. But I had to really crunch my time since I kind of spent the weekend just recovering from like all the sniffles and everything, because people are germy and they gave me those things. Just shaking hands with someone can get you kind of sick. So I'm over that now. But earlier, after my physics class, I went straight ahead and worked on physics problems, and then I worked on my thermodynamics stuff. Um, and so then I could, study for my quiz and finish up all my practice problems that were due. And then after thermodynamics, I started to work on my chemical engineering class. Now, I had this case study. Okay, I had this study of trying to figure out how to get something from a brine into raw material for companies to use. Or it's not necessarily raw material, but like it's not the finished product, but it's ready. Excuse me, it's ready material for other companies to use. So I and my partners, we have two things due tomorrow. So we did all the work for one thing, and then we did the work for this other thing. And basically we had to draw out a plant, like a company plant. So it sounds simple enough, except for the fact that in the reading we had to do, it was worded in such a way that you had to jump back and forth among all the paragraphs to figure out how the whole sequence of this thing goes. It wasn't written in just like A goes to B and B goes to C and C goes to D. It was, well, here's D, and then with A, it's interconnected in this sort of way, and then you have C, and then actually with F, this is what happens with the interconnection from C to F, and then E and B are connected in this sort of way, and you have to figure out how to get from A, B, C, D, E, and F. So that's what happened. Um, we spent like 5 hours figuring it out and then drawing it on my computer, and then once the rest of my partners left, it was just two of us left. We decided we wanted to see if we could print it out. We did. It was a black and white version. It wasn't as pretty as the colored version. And then OneNote decided to reset. Well, in my fatigue, I reset OneNote trying to log in and trying to get it to export to PDF. So it wasn't OneNote's fault. It was my fault. but I was kind of mad. I was pretty mad that like I lost all of my notes, and it wasn't just um my drawing from today. It was all of my notes that I had ever created. Um and like some things were academic and I could like have deleted them anyway, but like there were some that were important to me, and so I lost all of them. Thanks OneNote and my fatigue. But the important thing is that I had homework due like about this time, and I already did it beforehand so that I could have enough time to work on um this whole mess of a project. And I do enjoy it. I absolutely enjoyed every single part of it. Um but here's the thing. Don't put stress on yourself. Manage your time well. Whatever is due immediately, do that immediately. And whatever has a quicker due date, you do that first. You don't wait until later because it's a more difficult class or it's an easier class, so you can just, you can afford to do it. You need to do your homework right now. um as soon as you have free time, as soon as you have free time, you don't have free time as a college student, but as soon as you have some free time, um you need to do your homework. For all of you in high school and in middle school and in elementary school who have said like, oh, school is easy for me, let me tell you, it's going to get hard and you're going to come into problems which are way too difficult for you to handle. And I was that student. Okay, everything was easy for me throughout high school, and then I got to college and I realized that I wasn't the best. And here's the thing, prideful fifth grader, and I'm talking to myself too, you're not the best at everything. Okay, you're gonna suck at something some point, at some point. Okay, you're no genius in calculus right away, and if you are, you're gonna get to differential equations and you're gonna get to linear algebra, and you're not gonna get it. That's just the thing. You're gonna get to physics and not understand it. You're gonna get to biology and not understand why Hardy Weinberg is necessary, or what a centimorgan is, or why there's a pathway called Sonic the Hedgehog and F yeah, um, and why you've got to memorize the fact that BMP4 is an inhibitor to, or noggin is an inhibitor of BMP4 because the natural state is neurylation, and so BMP4 comes first, but then noggin comes in. You're going to learn all those things in biology, and then in chemistry, you're going to try to figure out why hydrogen bonding works, and you think you'll know everything in, in all this inorganic chemistry and stuff. And then once you get to organic, you realize, wait, there's so many ambiguous rules and I can't figure out which one is which. Then you got chirality to deal with. So here's the thing. I had to struggle. I went through organic chemistry twice. I'm not, sitting here on my high horse thinking that I'm better than all of you. I'm telling you, don't make the same mistakes that I did. Okay? Save yourself the trouble, save yourself the money, save yourself the time. Okay? You waste your time, you waste your life. That is something from Focus on the Family's Adventures in Odyssey. So credits to you guys, so that I'm not gonna, get copyrighted claims and all those things. But learn how to manage your time well. Do everything you need to immediately, because you'll never know what kind of problems are going to arise. So if you have any questions about college, if you have any, if you want to know anything about what I've done so far, you just ask me. All right? So have a good night, guys. Okay, bye.